What's up, my comic comrades? With Villains Month heading into the home stretch, we had to make sure we got at least one anime villain in the lineup. So today we're spotlighting one of the greatest villains in all of anime, and that is Frieza. For those wondering, we've already done episodes on Goku, Vegeta, Broly, and more here on the channel, and you could check those out right here. And while we're talking anime, we're also giving away a pair of 3-day badges to the Dallas Anime Frontier Con coming up in December. And we'll tell you how you could win those a bit later in the episode. For now, sit back, relax, and let's get into the origin of Frieza. The character Frieza first appeared in Dragon Ball Chapter 247, Dark Clouds Swirl Over Planet Namek, on October 24th in 1989 in Weekly Shonen Jump. He was created by Akira Toriyama, and Frieza was the main antagonist during the Frieza arc, or Namek arc, and was feared throughout the universe as a ruthless tyrant. Vegeta was especially fearful of Frieza as he was responsible for the destruction of the Saiyan homeworld planet Vegeta, and was almost successful in the extinction of said race, but more on that later. If you didn't know, basically all the Dragon Ball names are a play on a vegetable name. Kakarot on carrot, Raditz on radish, Nappa, which would be the Japanese word meaning leafy vegetable, and Vegeta on vegetable. However, when naming Frieza, he was thinking of a freezer, so he rephrased it to Frieza, which in a weird way makes sense considering the staple villain he's become in the franchise, as all the vegetables go inside him and he wants to destroy them. I don't know, I'm just trying to connect the dots here. Apparently the Dragon Ball creator loves vegetables and things that keep them fresh. Okay, with that said, let's get on to his origin. First and foremost, Frieza belongs to a mysterious and powerful alien race known as the Frost Demons, or the Frieza race. This race is known for its exceptional strength, ability to survive in extreme conditions, and powerful combat skills. Frieza and his dad King Cold before him controlled much of the universe and had a fearsome reputation. Frieza, being exceptionally powerful, takes over the family business and becomes the Emperor of Universe 6, something we see happen in Dragon Ball Super Broly. We see a flashback 41 years prior, which we see King Cold, Frieza's dad, had enslaved the Saiyan race. King Cold makes a surprise visit to planet Vegeta, one that has King Vegeta, Vegeta's dad, and the rest of the Saiyans terrified. King Vegeta and the rest of the Saiyans greet King Cold, but he could care less and immediately introduces his son, a young Frieza, with King Vegeta bowing, saying it's a pleasure to meet him. We learn the reason King Cold is there with his son is because King Cold is retiring and relinquishing his command to Frieza, with the Cold Force now becoming the Frieza Force. He then says nothing's changing, the Saiyans will continue to serve us by following Frieza's orders, but warns King Vegeta, you'll find that my son has a short temper and is even more cold than I am, with Frieza introducing himself to the Saiyans by saying hello monkeys, because Saiyans can turn into large apes. He continues to say, I have such high expectations for you, and for your sake, I hope you live up to them. Frieza then uses a new scouter he's gifting them and sees there's a number of Saiyans that have weapons trained on him in secret, at which point he easily kills them all, establishing his ruthlessness and dominance from the very start. Needless to say, Frieza massacring several of the Saiyans off the bat left quite an impression on the Saiyan race. Frieza would then use the Saiyan race to continue capturing planets for him to sell. You see, even though they were a proud warrior race, Frieza and his dad before him were able to overpower them before the legendary Super Saiyan could rise. Something Frieza was specifically terrified of, as a Super Saiyan would be one of the biggest threats the universe has ever seen. Something the franchise would eventually just hand out to every Saiyan and create new levels like new Mountain Dew flavors. But alas, at the time it was a big deal. Now, as I said, Frieza would continue to use the Saiyans for his bidding for quite some time, all the while a young Prince Vegeta would train one day to become said Super Saiyan and be strong enough to defeat Frieza and free his people. However, eventually Frieza's paranoia of a Super Saiyan rising would become too much for him to bear, at which point he was like, well, the Saiyans have been very helpful, but I can't risk them becoming Super Saiyans and overpowering me, so he opted to eradicate the race by blowing up their planet. We would later find out in Resurrection of F that Beerus told Frieza while he slept to destroy planet Vegeta. He told Frieza this because he knew Frieza hated the Saiyans and was planning to kill them anyway. Beerus may have also been lazy and wanted to have someone else destroy the planet for him. Why did Beerus, the god of destruction, want planet Vegeta gone? Because he didn't like King Vegeta, and he's Beerus, the god of destroying things. But also, he feared the prophecy of the Super Saiyan god who could challenge his rule. In any case, even though Frieza destroyed planet Vegeta thinking he eliminated the Saiyan race, there were a handful of Saiyans who survived, including Goku and Prince Vegeta. And that would all lead us to the Namek saga or the Frieza saga. But before we move on, we want to tell you guys how you could win those Anime Frontier 3-day passes. That's right, the always popular Anime Frontier Con is rolling up to Dallas-Fort Worth on December 8th through 10th, and you can be there. Powered by Crunchyroll, Anime Frontier will be swimming in Japanese culture with 3 days of exciting exhibits, premieres, and special events. In fact, this year they're excited to welcome Hololive's Mori Calliope and Takanashi Kiara, as well as Chiwa Saito from Madoka Magica and the Monogatari series. They'll also have the voice of Naruto herself, Miley Flanagan, as well as many other star-studded guests. It's such a great community experience and opportunity to connect with fellow anime and manga fans, and then meet some of your favorite anime voice actors, get autographs, check out exhibit booths, Artist Alley, and a ton more. They're also having their very first Wild West Idol Fest this year, which sounds like a lot of fun, as well as their annual fan favorite cosplay masquerade competition. You can grab your badges at animefrontier.com, and if you use code VARIANT5, you'll get $5 off your badge. They're expecting over 20,000 attendees this year, and you don't want to miss it. And as promised, we're giving away a pair of 3-day badges to the event, and the details on how to enter are in the description. The free giveaway runs through November 1st with a winner chosen on Monday, November 6th. So register for the giveaway, or you can just grab your tickets now with our discount code. The links for both are in the description below, and a huge thank you to Anime Frontier for sponsoring today's episode and hooking us up with the giveaway. Okay, getting back to Frieza's origin, after the destruction of planet Vegeta and learning about the powerful tyrant Frieza and his plans for domination, Goku rushes to Namek to stop him. The planet is the site of the battle between Frieza's forces and the Namekians, who possess the Dragon Balls. These mystical orbs of the franchise namesake have the power to grant wishes, and Frieza is on Namek to gather them for his own purposes. When Goku arrives on Namek, he quickly puts himself between Frieza and the remaining Namekians, including Nail and Guru. Meanwhile, Frieza is in search of the Dragon Balls and is confronted by various Z fighters, who are also trying to stop him, including Vegeta, Krillin, Gohan, and Piccolo. As for Goku, after intense training in the gravity chamber on his way to Namek, he becomes significantly more powerful. However, the true extent of his strength is not immediately revealed, which, can I say, it was epic seeing this play out on Toonami as a kid. The Frieza saga, or Namek saga, is easily my favorite, such a pivotal point in the Dragon Ball franchise, but we're not even done yet. As the battle on Namek escalates, Goku finally comes face to face with Frieza on the battlefield. Their confrontation was epic and shows Frieza's ruthlessness and Goku's determination. Not shocking, Frieza initially underestimates Goku, but as they continue to fight, he gradually realizes that the Saiyan is a significant threat. The battle escalates with both fighters unleashing powerful attacks and displaying incredible speed and agility, a battle that would essentially set the tone for all epic DBZ battles after it, at least in my opinion. Anyway, during the fight, Goku transforms into a new form known as Kaioken technique, which multiplies his power for short bursts. But even with this boost, Frieza continues to demonstrate his overwhelming strength, but you know Goku, he never gives up, even with Frieza having transformed into his most powerful form at this time. But things reach critical mass when Frieza kills Piccolo and Goku's best friend Krillin, enraging Goku so much he says he will make Frieza suffer as the planet starts to shake. We realize that the stress and anger Goku is feeling pushes him to finally become a Super Saiyan for the very first time. A legendary and powerful transformation that occurs in response to intense emotional stress and the need for increased strength. This transformation marks a turning point in the battle as Goku's power surges to unprecedented levels. Their initial confrontation ends with Goku gaining the upper hand, tricking Frieza into cutting himself in half. But this wouldn't be the last we see Frieza, not by a long shot. You see, Frieza was able to somehow still keep what was left of himself alive. His father, King Cold, would find a damaged upper half of his son floating in space and have their loyal scientists use advanced technology to rebuild Frieza as a cyborg with cybernetic enhancements to replace the parts of his body that were lost or damaged. Now half cyborg, Mecha Frieza and his father would go to Earth to get their revenge, but that doesn't work out for them as they are easily defeated and killed by future Trunks, who is also a Super Saiyan. But like any good iconic villain, they don't stay down for long. In fact, Frieza would be resurrected, and you guessed it, the Resurrection of F movie. It was also in Resurrection of F that Frieza would reach his golden form for the first time to battle Goku and Vegeta, who have become Super Saiyan Blue, aka Super Saiyan God Super Saiyans at this point. But more recently, Frieza has reached his most powerful form yet in the manga, and that is Black Frieza. This new form is so powerful, he is able to overpower Ultra Instinct Goku and Ultra Ego Vegeta. Now, as far as power in general goes, over the course of the series, Frieza goes through various transformations, each one increasing his strength. Frieza is extraordinarily strong even in his base form. His power increases significantly with each transformation, making him one of the most powerful beings in the universe. Speaking of transformations, Frieza has the ability to transform into multiple forms, each more powerful than the last, much like like Saiyans. His most notable transformations include his second form, third, final form, and later in the series, his golden Frieza form. The black transformation hasn't yet been adapted into anime, but it's a matter of time. Frieza demonstrates telekinetic abilities, allowing him to move and control objects with his mind. He uses this ability in battles and displays it during various confrontations. Frieza is not only physically powerful, but also highly intelligent. He is a strategic thinker and often uses cunning tactics in his battles. This intelligence is one of the reasons he is a successful and feared leader, as is his ability to learn and adapt quickly in battle. He observes his opponents and adjusts his strategies and techniques accordingly. Frieza's combination of strength, intelligence, and a diverse set of abilities make him one of the most memorable and toughest adversaries in the Dragon Ball franchise. But there you have it, friends, the origin of Frieza. Where does he fall on your list of anime villains? Let us know down in the comments, along with what other Dragon Ball villains you would like to see us cover in the future. Other than that, we'll see you next time when we talk about all things comics or anime.